de tenir la main de l'autre pour aimer le temps qui passe.
It's not hard to find someone who hasn't heard the catchy tune J'Iver by the French singer ZAZ. The music video for this song went viral on YouTube, garnering millions of views, and the track became ZAZ's signature song.
Allons ensemble découvrir ma liberté, oubliez donc.
ZAZ has come a long way from street performances in Montmartre to achieving a diamond-selling album and touring the world, captivating audiences with her emotional performances and heartfelt compositions. The charming French artist skillfully blends different musical genres such as jazz, folk, French chanson, acoustic, and adds a touch of contemporary pop sound. She not only won over European listeners with her powerful vocals and great songs, but also stood out with her strong and independent character, sincerity, and rebellious spirit among the many contemporary musicians. To answer your questions about ZAZ's journey to success and her current status, let's step back to the 1980s in the French provincial town of Tours. It was there that Isabelle Geoffroy, the future singer known by her pseudonym ZAZ, was born and raised. Even as a young and clever girl, Isabelle was drawn to everything unconventional and creative. From an early age, she loved to sing and expressed a desire to become a singer. At the age of 5, Isabelle enrolled in a music school in her hometown. The young girl learned musical instruments and musical notation, but she particularly enjoyed singing in the choir. It was during these choir performances with other children that the future star discovered the potential of her voice and charisma, leaving her teachers impressed. At the age of 9, Isabelle's life took a turn when her parents divorced, and her family fell apart, which undoubtedly had an impact on the sensitive child. However, the upheaval in her life did not diminish the budding creative spark inside the future singer. Music became Isabelle's refuge during the family crisis. She continued to pursue her passion, channeling her emotions through music and singing. Isabelle moved with her mother to Bordeaux, where she actively pursued music education. At the age of 14, the young Isabelle began professional vocal training by attending local courses. At the age of 15, she made a radical decision to change her life and quit school. She was determined to focus on developing her talents, believing that school and academic problems were hindering her aspirations. Isabelle left her mother's home and moved in with her older sister, who had already established herself. Without over-relying on her sister's support, the young singer took on part-time jobs in a restaurant, working as a waitress and dishwasher. This early immersion in the challenges of adult life did not deter Isabelle from pursuing her dream. She began performing on the streets of Auguste Skivillier and quickly caught the attention of the local audience. Live performances helped the young star draw inspiration for new achievements. In 2000, luck truly smiled upon 20-year-old Isabelle Geoffroy. She received a scholarship from the Regional Council of Bordeaux, allowing her to enroll in the CIAM, Center for Information in Musical Activities, music school. Already in 2001, Isabelle started collaborating with various musical projects and bands. She gravitated towards blues and jazz sounds, performing with musical collectives like 50 Fingers, Red Eyes, and jazz and pop ensembles from Bordeaux and nearby cities. The singer embraced any creative endeavor, performing in local cabarets and clubs, singing on French streets, and touring with orchestras and rock bands. Street performances were, above all, an outlet for Isabelle, allowing her to immerse herself in the atmosphere of a live audience. She would later consider this experience one of the most important steps in her musical career. One of the most memorable groups Isabelle worked with was the band Don Diego. The aspiring singer gladly agreed to replace the departed vocalist in the ensemble and unexpectedly discovered a wealth of new musical genres: Latin rock, folk, and a fusion of Arabic and African motifs. For the young Geoffroy, who was always in search of something new and unconventional, collaborating with Don Diego was a true revelation and a treasure trove of new knowledge. Besides gaining significant musical experience, it was during her time with Don Diego that Isabelle adopted her stage pseudonym, ZAZ. Her colleagues playfully referred to the vocalist as ZAZ and Zazu, which rhymed with ISA, short for Isabelle. The playful nickname stuck and even acquired thoughtful details, the letter Z at the beginning and end, resembling the infinity symbol. It was also a concise and memorable word, which was equally important when choosing a pseudonym. From then on, ZAZ signed her contracts with her new initials. In 2006, the singer began performing at Parisian cabarets and drawing crowds in Montmartre and Place du Tertre. Besides gaining new experience and the opportunity to unleash her creative potential, ZAZ started earning decent income and recognition from society. Her performance schedule became so hectic that Isabelle even decided to forego her theater studies, which she had previously considered. The year 2007 brought radical changes to the budding star's creative life. Fate brought ZAZ together with the producer Karadin Sultani. The composer was looking for a girl with a powerful and slightly raspy voice, and among 300 candidates who fit the description, he noticed Isabelle. When Sultani realized that the young Frenchwoman perfectly matched the image in his imagination, he wrote a song for her and helped her find a good recording studio. This marked the birth of ZAZ, ZAZ's debut single. The song quickly made its way into the rotation of popular radio stations, started playing in public places, and newfound fans of Isabelle's work eagerly followed her further actions. In 2011, the song won the French music competition and received the title of Best Original Song of the Year. The main theme of the composition is freedom from stereotypes and conventional attitudes. In January 2009, Isabelle won a competition for young performers in Paris. The winner received funding for recording an album and assistance with shooting a music video. Without missing this fantastic opportunity, ZAZ got to work while simultaneously touring countries in Africa, Asia, and the eastern part of Russia. Her musical perfectionist soul constantly demanded the exploration of new creative heights. Consequently, the recording of her first album was slightly delayed, but once ZAZ hit the studios, there was no turning back. From then on, Isabelle dominated many French charts, and journalists and critics saw enormous potential in her, dubbing her voice as devilish. Isabelle was even referred to as the second Edith Piaf, predicting her global fame. Her debut album achieved gold status and soon began topping the charts in Belgium, Austria, and Switzerland. The song ZAZ reached platinum status. In 2012, ZAZ performed this song while perched atop the Mont Blanc, conquering not only musical but also mountainous heights. However, the local residents and authorities did not appreciate this performance. For them, such unauthorized antics equated to an offense. Nevertheless, the bold and even dangerous act attracted even more public attention to the rising star. Having gained recognition in the music industry and approval from the public, Isabelle began working on her second album. In 2013, Recto Verso was released. The album consisted of acoustic songs in various styles, ranging from pop to chanson. The artist focused on lyrics and well-chosen arrangements that created the desired atmosphere. For example, in the track On IRA, Isabelle sings about tolerance and love for the world, its diversity, and the necessity of mutual understanding and respect. In the ballad See, the performer also explores important themes of humanity and humaneness, reflecting on her aspirations and actions, as if she were almighty like God. Social themes and reflections on morality, the triviality of conventional standards, and, of course, human feelings and emotions are the foundations of the French star's compositions. ZAZ is also known for her efforts to simplify communication with fans and statements about the secondary nature of material possessions. At times, the star would refuse limousines and expensive cars when arriving for performances. Isabelle's music videos are also filled with an atmosphere of ease and heartfelt emotion. In them, the singer roams the streets, interacts with various people, helps them, and sings about the beauty and negative aspects of our world. Some of the most popular videos on her official YouTube channel include ZAZ, K Vendra, and Si Jamais J'oublie. The number of views on her channel has almost reached 1 billion. In 2014, the album Paris was released, featuring covers of famous French chansons. And in 2018, the album Effet Miroir was released. The singer began her concert tour in Russia, performing in St. Petersburg and Moscow. It's worth noting ZAZ's popularity among the Russian-speaking audience. The song J'Iver and its energetic music video continue to trend on social media. As much as Isabelle loves to provide feedback to her fans and share the best moments of her creative journey, she equally dislikes discussing her personal life. This topic is rarely raised in interviews and is not dwelled upon in the press. It is known only that ZAZ is currently married. Over the past few years, it has been noticed that Isabelle Geoffroy has practically disappeared from the stage, not releasing new tracks or albums. ZAZ herself does not provide specific comments about this hiatus, but does not deny the possibility of resuming her creative activities in the near future. The singer admits that during moments of exhaustion, creative crises, and personal life challenges, she seriously contemplated leaving the stage. The pandemic and strict restrictions also had a significant impact on Isabelle's state, as she couldn't realize her planned projects. She even had to cancel a performance in Quebec due to her refusal to get vaccinated against COVID-19. In 2021, after a 3-year hiatus, the artist released the album Isa. One of the singles from the new album is the song The Garden of Tears, which she recorded with Till Lindemann. Their duet turned out to be vivid and emotional, and the music video for the song was described as shocking by many critics. In the summer of 2022, ZAZ performed in Armenia as part of the HOIA festival. This was her first solo concert in the homeland of Charles Aznavour, and Isabelle admits that it was a highly emotional experience for her. The singer also participated in the Organique Tour Festival. As of now, Isabelle has not provided any comments on her future creative activities and new albums. However, judging by the persistence and dedication that the French artist has demonstrated throughout her artistic journey, there is a high probability that ZAZ will delight the public with new singles and studio work. After all, sometimes each of us needs to understand ourselves and our goals better to move forward.